I am Chris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. And with me, this is kind of interesting. This is my first one of these interview types, talking with someone who's Megan, what year are you in high school?
2028. I'm a sophomore.
2020. It's a sophomore. So you were probably the youngest person I've interviewed. So let everyone know who you are. Megan, your last name is what?
Lausser.
Meghan Lausser. What high school you go to?
Kempner High School in Sugar Land, Texas.
And you play AAU/grassroots basketball as well?
Yes, sir.
And who do you play for?
I play for Nike Pro Skills Houston Elite 40 circuit.
And according to your dad, and one of the reasons why I'm talking with you is apparently you got skills.
Yes, sir.
So I have not seen you play yet. So let me know a little bit about your game, your skills, your height, your position, all that good stuff.
So for my age, I'm pretty tall. When I'm standing next to all my teammates, whether I'm on school ball or when I'm with my AAU team, there I play up, so they're all juniors. I'm still the tallest one out there. So my arms, my wingspan is very long. So my stats, I'm always the top three, top two for steals. I love defense. For offense, I'm a deep shooter. People find that out pretty quick. Most of the times in warm ups, and then they know how to guard me. Um, yeah, I just love playing
How tall are you?
5'10". I'm hoping
5'10".
to get to 6 foot, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
How tall is your dad? How tall are your parents?
Both of them are 6 foot.
You got a chance at that. And yeah. I want to say something when I did some research on you, you were listed as 5'8".
Yeah, some of them they haven't changed it, so yeah,
Okay,
some of them
so
say 5'8", 5'9", but it's 5'10".
you're 5'10" now. What is your wingspan? Do you know exactly?
No,
You just have long arms.
yes. All
Okay.
my coaches always use it during practice. They're like, "You got long arms, you gotta use it. Get up on them and grab the ball because they don't like unless I put my arms out, you're not gonna really know that I can grab it from you."
How long have you played basketball?
I think I first touched a ball in third grade, but I started playing like seriously sixth grade summer. So I have a couple years seriously under my belt.
So not a long time.
Mm,
Did your parents play ball?
No, they played. My dad played like football or baseball. My mom didn't play sports, so I'm the only basketball person in the house.
Okay, so where did that love of basketball come from?
So it's kind of a funny story. After school, when I was in elementary, I'd go to a after school daycare, and they had this big gym, all like six basketballs or basketball hoops, and there was camp counselors that were in high school, and they went to the high school that I'm going to now. And so after school, I'd go in there and I'd be playing basketball with the boys, and I was only I was the only girl there all the time. So I was playing with high schoolers, and I mean I can say that I was beating them. They would say it, and so I'm still friends with some of them now. And then one of the coaches that would do like these little clinics there, I started training with him, and then he told me about my current AAU coach, and so then I started training with him for the last 3 years. Yeah.
So do you know Simi Colson?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what Simi Colson has said about your game?
Yes.
Please tell me, because I am curious.
So there's these things that he gives. It's called a write up, and
Mhm.
then he posts a bunch of. I have like a handful of those, probably close to 10. Almost in every single one of them, it's something about my step back 3 pointer shot. That one's legendary. He always says defense again with my wingspan, and then crashing the boards, getting the rebounds. I have a pretty high vertical, so I'm able to. There's a picture actually that he used, and I was jumping up, and I was probably a good foot above everybody, reaching up and grabbing the ball, and then attacking, getting to the whole.
I've known Simi Colson. Oh wow, uh, a long, long time. Let's see. His daughter Sydney was at West Side High School. I probably saw when she was a junior or so in high school.
Mhm.
So that's a long time ago. Because now Sydney, well, this year she was injured toward the ACL. But I've known her a long time when she was at A&M and through the WNBA and all that stuff. Do you have a favorite player?
Actually, Sydney is one of them. I love how funny she is on and off the court. I'd say my favorite player is Caitlin Clark because I look up to her a lot.
Hmm.
She's who inspires me. We have a lot in common. So yeah, her and obviously Asia Wilson just won the championship. So
Okay, before we get into Hooper Athletics, what were your thoughts on the WNBA finals?
a crazy turnout. I mean, 4-0 is. I mean, it's happened before, but it's not very common. They were pretty close games for most of them. So I'm sitting on a couch wondering if the Aces are going to win, hoping that they're going to win. Um, I think that the Fever should have been there. I mean, they had their B squad basically playing for them, and they got that far into the playoffs, so that was impressive. Um, but I'm happy that the Aces won. They're one of my favorite teams.
Okay, let's get into this because I'm going to get back to you and your plans for the future in hooping. Please tell me about this. What is this? What is hooperathletics.com?
So Hooper Athletics is a company that I came up with in 2023 around, and then we actually made it in 2024. It's a company that me and my dad are trying to make women's basketball more known. So we do it by creating apparel. So we got like t-shirts, hoodies, shooting shirts. We're about to make compression shirts. Those are going to drop soon. Um, it's just something that when I'm not playing basketball, it's something that I can do. I've always been into art, so I can come home and make designs, and then when I get to publish them and get my friends' feedback, they're always saying like, "Oh yeah, that's cool," or "I love what you're doing," stuff like that. So it just always feels good in the end.
What was your inspiration for starting this?
So Um, I say a lot. The game that brought attention to women's basketball is the LSU versus Iowa game.
Hmm.
The championship game had a bunch of views. Caitlin's inspiring people. I want to inspire people. So, me creating the business, like Flage has rapping as her side hustle or whatever. So, I wanted something that made me unique, that made me stand out. And so, I thought, I'm good at art. Why don't I use it with something with basketball? And so then I came up with a clothing brand.
Okay, but you're a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
That's very young to have such a big idea. Are any of your do any of your other friends have these kind of aspirations right now?
No, I'm the only one.
What's your ultimate goal for Hooper Athletics?
I want it to be one of the biggest brands that female athletes can, I guess, buy from. There's all the companies, Nike, Ball is Life, all of that is predominantly for men. There's not really like one website, one brand that sells stuff specifically for women. So I want to be that brand that women can go to and be like, oh yeah, that's gonna fit me right. It's not gonna look like a guy's clothing shirt or something like that. It'll be for women, built for women.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of put you on the spot, sophomore Meghan Lausser. You have any? Do you have a number one choice of your dreams college to play hoops?
Mm, I'm gonna say South Carolina because I love Dawn Staley. I love like even off the court, just as a person, she's not just like. an average. She always goes out of the way for other people. So to play under her, I feel like would be a really big deal.
Have you begun receiving, I don't know, what am I trying to say here? Attention
Yes.
from colleges?
Yeah. It was actually kind of sudden. So what we did is me and my dad would send a bunch of emails every day. And so currently we've sent an email to every coach across all levels, D3, D2, D1, JUCO, all of it. Um, I'd come home from school, I'd open Outlook, and there's 20 coaches that have responded to me, and so I'm spending like an hour and a half responding back to all of them. I've had 4 calls so far. I've had 2 D3, and then I've had 2 D1 schools. I've had Colgate and Cornell. Um, so those 4 came within the span of like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So to go from a D3 school on, let's say, a Thursday to the following week, I'm calling a D1 school, especially Cornell, with as well known as it is. I mean, that was like a huge deal, and it was kind of unexpected, to be honest. I mean, I thought, okay, yeah, I'll have some D3 schools. Maybe when I'm closer to my junior year, I'll have maybe some D2, D1, but to have it as a sophomore, I was like, wow, I can only imagine what my junior year will look like if I'm already getting D1 looks.
Do you know where you are ranked right now in city slash state?
Yes, I'm ranked number 34
In the state
in the
or in the
state.
city? In the state. What's your best position?
Shooting guard.
So if you go to reach 6 feet, do you
Hmm.
want to stay at shooting guard or move to the three and small forward?
No, I want to stay a shooting guard.
All right. Let's see. South Carolina is your dream school. Is there any school in Texas that, when it's time for you to take unofficial, then official visits, you
Hmm.
have any school in Texas in mind that you like to attend and play?
Um, UTSA. There
Really?
was, yeah. So one of my games this past season, I had went off. I want to say 15 points ish from hitting the 200 point mark, and so we went to this school in Victoria. I can't remember. I think it was Victoria West, and it's about 2 hours from here. And I went in. I was like, I want this. I want the 200. Not many freshmen have that. I went in, scored 18, I want to say, and little did I know there was a guy from UTSA there, and he came up to my dad after and was like, "Hey, like, is this your daughter? Like, she's really good. This is talent that it's raw talent. I've seen a bunch of players over the year." And so after the game, my dad was standing next to some guy. I'm kind of looking at him like, "Who is this?" And he was like, "I'm from UTSA. I'm the reporter, the news reporter, and I want to bring you out to a game." So I went to, I think, 2 games. I got to meet the coach both times, and then I got a chance to go to the elite camp over the summer, and I was really impressed with how it was run. The campus is gorgeous. So yeah, I'd love to go there.
And that's your first so far?
Yeah.
Okay. But Megan, what if Coach Vic Schaefer comes calling in the next summer at Texas in Austin? What if he comes says, "Hey, I want you to come for a visit, attend our elite camp"? How about
I
that?
would. I mean, I'd go. All opportunities are great opportunities, so I'd go. Looking for all of them.
All right. I wish you good luck. How does your high school's chances look this year to go
So
far in the playoffs?
I'm excited. We got, I want to say, 4 transfers from some pretty good schools. They're all seniors except for one. She's a sophomore, so that's kind of, like we finally got some transfers, but I have one season with them and then they're gone.
Hmm.
They're all point guards, of course, so they're going to be like rotating every 3 minutes, but I'm excited for them. I think we have a good chance this year with the talent that we have. Um, we just got to work harder and more because we're there. We just got to put it together because the team has 9 seniors, so we're trying to, build the chemistry, but at the same time, we got to use the lower people, the JV, the ones that might not play as much on varsity. We got to use them to build that connection. So the following year, it's not like, whoa, what happened to the team? We're still strong. We're connected. We have that we know how to play with each other on the court instead of playing 1v5 or 1v1 the whole game. We can use each other.
What was Kempner's record last year?
Um, I don't remember what the final was, but I know it was not a very good record. We started there was I want to say 7 new to varsity. Um, you know, the team is working very hard in the off season during the summer to get better. Everybody wants it. This record that we had last year, people would ask us, what's the record? We're like, we don't really want to say it, but everybody's committed to doing something different this year and not having that outcome. We want to have a better outcome, go to playoffs. So yeah.
What's your goal after college?
I want to go to the WNBA. I want to go real bad. I want to, be a pro, say that I've been a pro, um, maybe play overseas. That sounds fun. Um,
How about playing, if it's still around? It probably will, for in the Unrivaled.
that'd be cool. I like what they do. I mean, I'd say the best of the best only get to play there, so to be on the team would mean a lot.
Is there anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up?
No, I think I got it though.
See, Megan, I told you that wasn't going to be painful. See? And speaking to you, you might have started me on a new path of interviewing high school players. So I thank you for that. I thank your dad for that. And we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate you taking time out. Good luck this season. Good luck with hooperathletics.com, of course. Keep in touch. And I did not bring it up, but I'm going to now, since my alma mater is the University of Houston. Don't forget about Coach Mitchell, first year with the Cougars. So, you
I've heard that
know,
he's a good coach, so I'm gonna go to some of the games and see. But the girls all love him.
so I'm glad you said that because you let me know, or your dad let me know what games you're planning to be at because I cover them as one of the women's teams that I cover basketball, Rice, etc., national teams as well. And if we're at the same game, I love to meet you and your dad, and we can talk and say hi that way as well. So thank you, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.